Hi everybody, it's Paul from Ballistic Blood Bullets. What you're looking at is not a representation of me, sadly, but it is a representation of a bit of fun for somebody I'd like to give a shout out to a bit later. Just to get going, I thought I'd give myself a bit more time to get used to YouTube and filming and videos and that sort of thing. One of the things I thought I'd do is actually go back to the early days of starting my collection of DVDs, and I thought what would be a good start is actually to try and remember which was the first DVD that I ever bought, and be good for you guys out there to share the experience and let me know what your first DVD purchases were. I remember that my DVD buying started I think about 1999, so that's quite some time ago now, but before that of course it was Laserdisc, and prior to that it was VHS, and over the last sort of 10 years VHS again became more of the collecting that I got back into. Anyway, on to the DVDs, and the first DVD that I ever purchased was this film, Grosse Point Blank, which I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with. Being a big John Cusack fan myself, this film was, or is actually, still very cool action, dark humour, good fun film. Basically it stars Cusack in the role of a hitman who decides to go back to his high school and have a reunion there. But of course things are never quite that straightforward, because he runs into difficulties along the way, and those difficulties are in the form of Dan Aykroyd, who is a hitman who's actually out to upstage Cusack's character and spoil his reunion. And there's all sorts of shenanigans and, as I say, very black humour along the way. And Minnie Driver, who's also in the line-up roster, is her character is the apple of Cusack's eye. So he's the lady that he remembers from her younger days and decides to hook up with her again. Good fun. Hasn't really aged. One that I put on every now and again, and one to check out if you haven't actually already seen the movie. So that's Grosse Point Blank. The next film that I remember buying, certainly at the similar sort of time, is this one, an all-time favourite, They Live. Great film. John Carpenter. I'm sure the horror and science fiction fans amongst you out there will be very familiar with this film. Again, it's one that I put on a watch fairly frequently. It's such a cool movie. It stars Roddy Piper from wrestling, which, as I'm sure you'll see, there is a bit of a connection there. Anyway, in this film he plays a character that is after these bad guys in the form of aliens who have invaded our planet, but they've done it in such a way that they can't be seen by the human eye. But upon donning a pair of sunglasses, special sunglasses mind you, of course, as in all the best traditions of science fiction, Roddy Piper's character gets to see what these aliens are really about. And they are some freaky skeletoid looking creatures out to rule the planet. Great film, great fun. One of the best lines in a movie, I think, from my point of view, that I really love, and that's when Roddy Piper's character he storms into a supermarket or a supermart, and he utters the immortal phrase, I've come here today for two things: to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Can't get much better than that. Now, the interesting thing about They Live, as I'm sure, well, I know a lot of you guys out there, you do collect doubles and trebles of these films because they put out so many different versions. But here, I also have another DVD of the film. Same film, same cut, nothing edited at all, which is good. But what is relevant about this particular extra that I have is that there is lots more makings of and behind the scenes and that sort of thing. And particularly cool is there is an exclusive audio commentary by both John Carpenter and Roddy Piper. So that really sets this film, or this version of the film on DVD, apart, I think. I mean, that's really is something special to have, and sit down when you watch the film so many times. Enjoy it as much as I do. You still have that extra thing that you can turn to listen to the commentaries by two important players as far as the film is concerned. Great stuff, absolutely fantastic. So those are the two DVDs that I first started out with, as I say, all those years ago, back in 1999. And Roddy Piper, of course, as I say, being an ex-wrestler, we have the connection with Rob Van Dam. And Rob Van Dam, although this package says WWE, he's now with TNA, and he really is my analogy, in a nice way, in a fun way hopefully, to a great character who's on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you know him, a hell of a lot of you know him, because thanks to him you guys have chosen to follow my channel and sign up on the subscription, which I'm really grateful for, and particularly grateful to this chap called Extro the Mutilator, or in his guise as my analogy to a wrestler, XTM. And as XTM, I consider him to be a heavyweight contender of the YouTube Championship belt. So along with XTM in his role as Rob Van Dam, I send out this special message. XTM. The whole effing show. XTM. The whole effing show. Okay, that was pretty bad. Anyway, on the wrestling side of things, XTM, I think we're going to have to give you a special move, and I think that that special move could only be the video handling stunner, aka the VHS. Extra the Mutilator, aka XTM, this is your movie mania moment. Thanks very much for that, and thanks very much for everything you've been doing for me. I appreciate it. Take care. Okay, that's the end of this small show, as I say, just getting used to things really, and hopefully polish my act up a bit better for the future videos, and we'll be looking at Laserdiscs, DVDs and VHSs, so please do stay tuned, and to everybody, thank you very much. Thanks guys, take care, bye for now.